नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरू श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वर परमः कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर्गोविंद सर्वकारण कारणम्। ओम तत्सत्। Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge by which we can directly perceive ourself. Pratyaksha Vagamam Dharma. Now, in the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has already taught us very clearly that every action what we do perform should be an yajna. As I mentioned very clearly in the class yesterday, that this body is a machine, our body is a machine, and this Bhagavad Gita is the user manual. And in that user manual, when this body was created, the yajna, the different types of yajnas, what we need to perform, that also has been created along with the body. That means the operating instructions. So we need to use as per the user manual or the operating instructions, this body. So then we can lead a happy life. That's why Prajapati said, the creator said, Yesavo ashtu ishta kamadu. So by following all the activities as yajna, you get what you want and enjoy. Because the natural constitutional position of the soul is to enjoy. We want to enjoy, no doubt about it. And we need to know how to enjoy. By going after material sense objects, we are suffering, not enjoying. That knowledge we should have it from Bhagavad Gita. By focusing ourselves on matter, because everything in this world which is made up of matter, like solids, liquids, gases, and everything has its own properties, like Bhumi, Apo, Analo, Vayu, Kam. That's what solids, liquids, gases, and heat. So everything is made up of matter. So now, if we try to enjoy this material sense objects, that means we are actually, the soul is not enjoying, it is actually suffering. That knowledge we need to get it from Bhagavad Gita very clear. This is a source of suffering, not the source of enjoyment. Material sense objects are the source of suffering, not the source of enjoyment. Yehi samsparsaja bhoga dukkayonaya yevate. So there is dukkha. Dukkha is distress. So the source, yonaya means the source, the birth place. So samsparsaja bhoga means material sense enjoyment. So the material sense enjoyment is the source of suffering. That's what we understand very clearly from this Bhagavad Gita. So the real enjoyment comes by knowing, first of all, understanding about ourself, that we are not the body, we are the soul, and this body is just like a machine. That's it. But we need to maintain this body very well. Any machine which is maintained very well, it will work for a longer time. But there is no perpetual machine which works forever. So everything will come to an end. Everything has got its lifetime. So maximum lifetime for our body also is there. We cannot live here forever. So now we also need to understand with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita that we have to use this body, use this machine to travel to a place. For example, if you have a car, we use that to travel from one place to another place. So like that, this body is a machine. We need to use this to travel uh, to the place, means the body itself cannot go. Like when we send the rocket, so the booster will not go. Only the satellite, we send it to the space. And now we are even able to reuse it. So that's why this body also will be reused, in the sense it will again merges with the matter. When we die, this body disintegrates, and then earth, water, air, space, everything will become a part of that, and then again a new body is produced. But we should not, we should use our soul. The soul is the one which can get out of this earth. The soul is the one which came to the earth, and the soul is the one which gets out of this earth. Everything else belongs to this earth, our body. Bhumi, Apo, Analo, Vayu. There is earth, water, fire, air, space. Everything belongs to this earth. So now we need to use this body to travel, means the soul has, we need to decide where we want to escape. Like when we send the rocket into the space, you call that as escape velocity. That velocity at which it goes, it's known as escape velocity. So above that only can get out of the space. Otherwise, space means out of the Earth's atmosphere, out of the Earth. So like that, we need to propel ourselves. The soul should have enough energy, enough strength to go to a place where it will not come back. So if you're sending rocket, satellite, and if it is not getting out of the Earth's influence, it's not getting into the space, then it's going to fall back. So like that, the soul, when we die, we should be able to go to the place from where we should not come back. So for that, we need to prepare. Any rocket launch, they prepare everything and do everything. Otherwise, it will fail. So the preparation period is what? This life. And death is the time we are going to leave this body. So we need to prepare ourselves in such a way that we should have enough strength to get out of this material world's influence. Like the gravitational force by which everything falls to the earth. So like that, our attachments to the earth, our attachment to the material sense objects. So that is called sangha, attachment. So when we have attachment to the results, when we have attachment to the sense objects, if they are very strong, so then we will not be able to escape. So we need to release, we need to detach from everything else in this material world. So that means we need to gain a lot of strength to get out of this material well to spiritual well, so that we won't come back to this material well. And that weapon, that tool is detachment. That's what we are going to study today in the sloka. Krishna is going to explain very, very clearly. So detachment means we need to now start preparing for our travel, our journey, the soul's travel. So when we go from one place to another place in this earth itself, maybe we are going from one country to another country or one place to another place, we need to prepare. We need to get visa, we need to get book tickets, buy tickets, and we need to pack things, we need to prepare a lot of things we need to prepare. It's not that easy, just like that. So like that, here we need to prepare to go to Goloka, to go to the place. Having gone, we will not come back. So this is a permanent travel. It should be a permanent travel. So if it is not, if we are going to come back means, then means we will have a lot of attachments to this material. Well, then we will fall back. We won't be even able to reach, we will come back. So Krishna says in the 8th chapter, Prayana Kali Manasa Chalena Bhaktya Yukto Yoga Balena Chaiva Bruvur Madhye Pranamavesya Samyak Satam Param Purushamupaiti Divyam. So at the time of travel, Prayana Kala means the time of travel. Our mind should not be wavering at all. Manasa achalena. Our mind should be very, very steady. That's very important. If our mind is not in our control, if our mind is not steady, if it is focusing on the material sense objects, then we cannot travel. So, prayana kali manasachalena bhaktya yukto yoga balena chaiva. So, bhaktya yukto means because of our devotional service, what we are going to gain, the result of devotional service is the yoga balam. That is the strength. The Atma is going to gain the strength, yoga balam. That means the Atma is completely detached from everything in this material world. That's what yoga. Yoga means, yoga means we are actually equal in both success and failure. So that's what is called yoga. So equal in both success and failure. So that is called yoga. So when we are able to achieve that status, that is called yoga balam. So yoga balam. So when we are able to completely disconnect ourselves from everything in this material world, when we achieve that status of yoga balam, so then we will be able to bring our life here. That is Brur Madhye Pranam. Pranam is our life here. That is the soul, our self, basically. We should be able to bring our life here between the two eyebrows. Because our body has got several holes, Navadvara Puram. So, but the soul has to get out. Of course, there are a lot of holes, the pores in our skin, all those things are there. But we should be able to bring everything, our soul, in between the two eyebrows. Brur Madhye Pranam Avesya Samyak Satham Param Purusham Upaiti Divyam. So when we leave this world and when we travel, then we will be able to reach the Supreme Person, Purusham Upaiti Divyam, the Divine Person, Divyam. So that should be the goal of our life. With the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will be able to gain all the knowledge what we need to prepare ourselves to go to the place. Having gone, we will not be able to come back. That's what Krishna says in many places in Bhagavad Gita, Yadgatva na nivartante. So apunaravrtam, like that, different words he uses. Apunaravrtam means you will not come back, you will not be able to come back again. Having gone, you will not come back. So like that, Krishna is teaching us very clearly that we have to use this body, which is a mission. So which is which we need to understand how to use it, how to operate it. So that is the user manual. This Bhagavad Gita is that user manual. That's what we need to understand. Because this Bhagavad Gita is the only subject, only knowledge which gives us about ourselves. Adhyatma Vidya. Adhyatma Vidya, Vidyano. Krishna says, I am the study of the self. Of all the knowledge, I am the study of the self. So Adhyatma Vidya. We need to understand about ourselves. No other subjects, no other colleges or universities or any schools, they don't teach this. And they think that even when we talk about this, people in general, they say it's a part of a particular religion. That itself is nonsense. That itself is not correct. We cannot say physics, chemistry, biology, math, or any other subjects, they belong to certain religion. Same way, if anyone thinks that this Bhagavad Gita is a part of a religion, they are completely wrong. So we need to understand this Bhagavad Gita is the knowledge about ourself, about our soul. And it's completely scientific. And not only that, it is the science of king of knowledge, Raja Vidya. That's what we need to understand. So this Bhagavad Gita is Raja and then Raja Guhyam also. It is a secret science because one needs to have faith on this Bhagavad Gita and should not be envious of Krishna to get this knowledge. So once we get this knowledge, our life is going to be wonderful. Materially speaking also, we are not going to lose anything. In fact, we will gain much more than a pure materialistic person going after material sense gratification, material sense objects. A devotee of Krishna who is fully focusing everything on Krishna will gain much more material comforts than the pure materialistic person. Because everything comes from Krishna. Krishna doesn't want his devotees to suffer. Krishna wants to take care of his devotees very well, very nicely. So that means the more you serve Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will get everything what we need. He will arrange because everything is coming from him. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaga sarvam pravartate. I am the source of everything. Everything emanates from me. Sarvasya sarvam. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaga sarvam pravartate. So when everything comes from Krishna, so why we need to struggle and suffer in this material world, going after material sense objects? Simply start engaging ourselves in Krishna's service with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Dedicate our life unto Krishna. We don't have to leave anything because Krishna gives everything. That's what he says in Bhagavad Gita. And whatever Krishna says, he will do it. So for devotees, especially, he will do much more than what he says. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janaka paripasati tesam nityabhi yuktanam yogakshemam mahamyam. So I bring the yoga. Yogakshema. I bring what my devotees need. So that way, our gain is much, much more. Materially, we are very well taken care by Krishna's mercy. And spiritually, because we are not attached to anything in this material world, because everything is taken care very nicely by Krishna. We don't have to struggle and suffer. So we can simply focus our mind on Krishna. When our mind is only attached to Krishna, always engaged in Krishna's service, we'll get so much happiness and satisfaction. And our life will be very purposeful. So that's what is the effect of studying and understanding this Bhagavad Gita. So now we are successfully studying in the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. In the slokas what we studied yesterday, Krishna is teaching us very clearly that when a person is able to find happiness within the self, then happiness, satisfaction, enjoyment, everything within the self, Atma Ratir, Atma Santusta, Atma Tripti, Atma Santusta, then there is no work for him to do in this world. Nothing is going to bind him. We are not forced to work. यस्त्वात्मरतिरेव स्यात् आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टस्तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते. That's what Krishna is teaching us. So now we also studied the next sloka which we will revise today, and then we'll study two more slokas. In that, Krishna is very clearly teaching us that only detachment from everything in this material world will take us to Goloka, Krishna's world. And that is very easy and very much possible when we are attached to Krishna. So let me share my screen. नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थो न कृतेनेह कश्चन न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः. So naiva tasya kritena artho means there is no need for us to do anything for anyone at any point of time. We are not answerable to anyone also. Nachasya sarvabhutesu kaschitatta vyapasya. Because when we are satisfied with ourselves serving Krishna, then we don't have to serve anyone else. Because when we want material sense objects and we expect that from someone in this world who is materially opulent, then we have to go and serve him. But by understanding this Bhagavad Gita, we know that everything comes from Krishna, and Krishna is the Supreme Lord. He is the source of everything. So we don't have to go and serve anyone to get anything. We have to just serve Krishna. That's it. Krishna gives us everything. So that is very much easy, possible, and we will be able to experience that with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, no doubt about it. Even if somebody claims that I want this, I want that, we should not see that way. We should see that everything is owned by Krishna. The other persons, the people who think that they are rich, they own a lot of things, they are actually thieves. They are thinking that it belongs to them, but everything belongs to Krishna. So that's why nirmamo nirahankara. We should not claim anything as ours, and we should not think that we are the doer of anything. So a self-realized man has no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of his prescribed duties, nor has he any reason not to perform such work, nor has he any need to depend on any other living being. How nice it is for us to live with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, to do all these things. So in the slokas what we are studying today, Krishna is continuing the next sloka, in the sloka number 19. तस्मादसक्तः सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर असक्तो हि आचरन् कर्म परम् आप्नोति पूरुषः. Therefore, tasmad asaktaka satatam karyam karma samachara. You perform all your activities without any attachment. Asaktaka satatam. So that's what is very important. Very important. Asaktaka means without attachment. Satata means always. So we have to perform karyam karma samachara. So perform all your activities always without any attachment. What is the benefit of performing our activities without any attachment? Asakto hi acharan karma. It's very important line. Asakto hi acharan karma. That means if we perform our activities without attachment, and what are we going to get it? Paramapnoti purushaga. We are going to get this, go to the Supreme Person. So that is the secret of performing our activities. We should not be affected by the results. We should not be attached to the results. Therefore, without being attached to the fruits of activities, one should act as a matter of duty, for by working without attachment, one attains the Supreme. This is the secret Krishna is teaching us. And even Krishna is giving an example to Arjuna, like Karmanaiva samsiddhim astita janakadayaha. Lokasangraham evapi sampashyan kartumargasi. So, just by performing the activities without any attachment, hmm, Janaka, Janaka is father of goddess Sita. So he achieved perfection. Krishna is just giving an example to Arjuna. There are many, many achieved perfection. Even we are going to achieve perfection without by performing all, because right now at this time we are studying Bhagavad Gita, means we are on the path of going to Goloka. We are in the path of detachment. This is just going to happen. Because when we develop attachment to Krishna, we'll automatically get detached from everything in this material world. There is no need to force ourselves to get detached from everything in this world. Simply get ourselves attached to Krishna. That's it. The knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is going to do that magic. If you have the full knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will be a very, very strong devotee of Krishna. No one can change us. So then we will automatically get detached from everything in this material world. So that's why Krishna is giving an example. Janaka did that. And he's asking Arjuna that you just perform for the benefit of the whole world. You just do your duties for others. Loka sangrahamevapi sampashyan kartumargasi. Because when our needs are fulfilled, even though there is no need for us to do any work, nothing is forcing us to do any work, but we don't have to sit idle. We know that in front of us, a lot of people, so many of the population here suffering because of their attachments. So we can work to help them. That's it. That's what Loka Sangraham Evapi Sampasyan Kartum. That means all the activities should be performed as yajna, as an offering unto Krishna. Then we have to do all kinds of charitable activities in the name of Krishna. Dana, Tapa, Karma. That's how our activities should be. Kings such as Janaka attained perfection solely by performance of prescribed duties. Therefore, just for the sake of educating the people in general, you should perform your. That's what Krishna is teaching us. So, definitely the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita will take us there, no doubt about it. We all the work for Krishna. So, by Krishna's causeless mercy, definitely we will be able to go to Goloka. There is no doubt about it. So, by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the 20 slokas in the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So we'll continue from tomorrow, and if possible on Friday or some other day, I will try to, we can try to have question answer sessions also. So maybe I'll try to extend it for an hour, maybe at least once a week, so that I'll be able to talk with devotees. Hare Krishna. We'll again see tomorrow. Hare Krishna.